Attention, passionate Dallas Cowboys fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East, and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Dallas Cowboys' path to another championship run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before we dive in, if you're a true Dallas Cowboys fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and fellow Dallas Cowboys fans. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, there's something brewing in the Dallas Cowboys camp that has every fan on edge. It's not just about the upcoming season. It's about the future of some key players, the roster battles, and how this could reshape the Cowboys' trajectory for years to come. We're talking about a minicamp that has revealed some sobering truths for certain players, and it's got the whole Cowboys nation talking. And trust me, this isn't just idle speculation. It's rooted in what's happening on the field, what's been said in the locker room, and the strategic moves made by the coaching staff. So buckle up, because what I am about to tell you could have serious implications for your team, your favorite players, and the division as a whole. Let's start with what's happening at minicamp, because this is where the real drama unfolds. Dallas Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer has been out there singing praises about the team's effort, the focus, and the dedication of the guys in practice. But behind those words, there's a quiet evaluation happening, and some players might be feeling the heat more than others. It's not just about playing well. It's about making the cut, earning that coveted spot on the 53-man roster. And from what insiders are revealing, there are actually 3 players who might be on the bubble, potentially facing the chopping block once the dust settles after the offseason. One of those names that's been buzzing around is Miles Sanders. Now, Sanders came to Dallas with high hopes, especially after a pretty solid season with the Eagles in 2022, rushing for over 200 yards and scoring 11 touchdowns. That's not a small feat in the NFL, and it's exactly what fans expected when he signed with the Cowboys. But things didn't quite go as planned in Carolina, where he signed after leaving Philly. In 2 seasons with the Panthers, Sanders hasn't quite lived up to that billing. His numbers have dipped significantly, and it's clear that he is still trying to find his footing in this new system. In fact, when you look at his combined stats from his time in Carolina, they don't even come close to his 2022 numbers. It's a situation that puts a lot of pressure on him, especially with the competition in the backfield. And that's where things get interesting. The Cowboys, in a strategic move, used a 5th-round pick on Jadon Blue, a young running back with a lot of potential. Blue's unique skill set and his upside make him a favorite to make the roster, despite being a rookie. His talent and athleticism are undeniable, and it's clear that the Cowboys see him as part of their future plans. They also took a flyer on Phil Maffa in round 7, a physical runner who has shown flashes of promise. These additions mean that players like Sanders and Deuce Vaughn, who has been trying to carve out a bigger role, might find themselves fighting for their lives to keep their spots. Speaking of Deuce Vaughn, he is a player that has been under the radar, but has shown flashes of brilliance in practice. Vaughn is known for his intelligence, work ethic, and versatility. Cowboys offensive line coach Connor Riley has spoken highly of Vaughn's professionalism, emphasizing how his preparation and study habits have helped him adapt quickly to the NFL level. Riley, who previously worked with Vaughn at Kansas State, praises his impact, especially considering how challenging 2020 was for him at college. Vaughn's size isn't imposing. He is just 5'5" and around 180 pounds, but he makes up for it with his agility, vision, and football IQ. If he can stay healthy and continue to impress in training camp and preseason, he could be a dark horse candidate to earn a roster spot, especially given the current competition. Now, here's a critical point to pause for a second. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Dallas Cowboys news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let's continue with the big reveal, because the big story isn't just about who might get cut, but also about how the coaching staff is evaluating these young talents and veterans alike. The Cowboys have a tough decision to make, especially with the roster spots limited and the desire to put the best possible team on the field for a deep playoff run. Now, let us talk about the veteran presence, specifically Miles Sanders. Sanders has been very candid about his transition and his hopes for this new chapter. He has been clear that he wants to put his time with the Panthers behind him and focus on contributing to the Cowboys. His words, "I guess I handled the situation as best I could," show a mature mindset, but the reality is that he is fighting to earn his place. Sanders is aware that if he makes the team, he'll be facing a familiar foe, Philadelphia, twice a season. That's no small thing for a Pennsylvania native like him, who still has a lot of pride in his hometown roots. When Dak Prescott reached out to him after he signed, Sanders said it felt a little strange, but also exciting. Being welcomed into the Cowboys' locker room by the quarterback and other leaders has helped him settle in, but the real test will be on the field. And let us not forget about Deuce Vaughn, who has been quietly gaining respect from his teammates and coaches. Vaughn's football intelligence and work ethic are often highlighted by coaches. Connor Riley's comments about Vaughn's preparation and impact at Kansas State resonate even more now, as Vaughn continues to learn and adapt to the NFL speed. His relationship with Riley is crucial because it provides him with a comfort zone, a familiar voice, and a trusted mentor in this new environment. Vaughn's goal is to prove that his size isn't a limitation, but an advantage, using his agility, quickness, and football IQ to outthink opponents and earn a spot on the roster. But of course, the competition isn't just about the running backs. The Cowboys' defense, which has been a cornerstone of their success in recent years, is also undergoing some interesting developments. Micah Parsons, the superstar linebacker, has been a dominant force, and there's a lot of talk about his contract situation. Recently, Parsons received support from none other than Myles Garrett, the defensive end of the Cleveland Browns, who publicly backed Parsons amid his ongoing contract saga. Garrett, who is known for his own fierce pass rushing and leadership, said he sees Parsons as one of the best in the league and hopes the Cowboys lock him down soon. That's a clear message both for the Cowboys organization and for Parsons himself. Stay patient, keep working, and the money will come. Speaking of Parsons, Cowboys defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus has a plan to keep him as disruptive as ever. Eberflus plans to move Parsons around the defensive front, creating mismatches and confusion for opposing offenses. That kind of versatility is what makes Parsons so dangerous. He can rush the passer, drop into coverage, or spy the quarterback. With other pass rushers around him, the Cowboys can keep offenses guessing. Eberflus' approach aims to maximize Parsons' impact while also developing other players on the line. That's crucial because the Cowboys want a balanced, relentless defense that can carry them deep into the playoffs. Now, circling back to the offense, Dak Prescott is under a bit of pressure himself. He has been vocal about the Cowboys' Super Bowl aspirations, and fans know how much he wants to finally deliver that elusive championship. Prescott's leadership and consistency are vital, especially as the team rebuilds or adjusts its offensive line and skill positions. His chemistry with players like C.D. Lamb and Tony Pollard will be instrumental this season. The Cowboys have invested heavily in their offensive line to protect Prescott and open running lanes, knowing that a strong ground game and a healthy passing attack are keys to success. And speaking of the ground game, the addition of new running backs like Micah and the potential emergence of Deuce Vaughn add layers of unpredictability. The Cowboys want to keep defenses honest, and that means running the ball effectively, especially in close games or during playoff pushes. The offensive line's development will be critical here, and Coach Kellen Moore's system is tailored to maximize the talents of all these backs. If Sanders can find his rhythm, Vaughn continues to develop, and Micah shows flashes of his potential, the Cowboys' rushing attack could become a nightmare for defenses. Meanwhile, the secondary remains a work in progress. The injury status of Trevon Diggs, who tore his ACL last season, is a major factor. If he returns healthy, he could be a game changer in the secondary, but there is also concern about the depth and consistency of the cornerbacks. The Cowboys drafted Shavon Reivers in round 3, a player with raw talent who is trying to come back from injury. His health and development will be closely watched during camp. Plus, the team added undrafted free agents at cornerback, trying to bolster that position. The secondary's strength will depend heavily on the health of Diggs and the rise of younger players like Reivers. But what is truly exciting is the potential of this Cowboys team to be a dominant force on both sides of the ball. Micah Parsons' versatility, combined with the strategic adjustments by Eberflus, could make the defense one of the league's best. Offensively, Prescott's leadership and the revamped rushing attack give the team a balanced approach that can adapt to whatever defenses throw at them. The coaching staff's focus on player development, especially for young talents like Vaughn, Micah, and the emerging cornerbacks, shows that the Cowboys are building for the future, not just a one-year shot at glory. As we look ahead to the season, the division rivals better be paying attention. The Eagles, Giants, and Washington Commanders all made off-season moves, but the Cowboys seem poised to take a step forward. The NFC East has always been a competitive division, but with the right health, execution, and a bit of luck, the Cowboys could be the team to beat once again. And don't forget, the stakes are higher than ever. With Super Bowl aspirations burning bright, every game, every play, every decision counts. The pressure is on, but the talent, coaching, and determination are all lining up to give Dallas fans hope that this could be their year. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What is your take on all these roster battles and the potential impact of these minicamp developments? Do you believe Sanders can make the team and contribute significantly? Are you excited about Vaughn's potential to break out? How do you see the defense shaping up, especially with Parsons' contract situation and the defense's new schemes? Drop your thoughts, predictions, and any questions you have in the comments below. Your insights are what make this community special, and we love engaging with each and every one of you. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, analysis, and breaking news, so stay tuned for the latest Dallas Cowboys news. Together, we're rebuilding a community of passionate fans who believe in the star, and I can't wait to see what this season has in store for us. Keep the faith, Cowboys Nation, because the best is yet to come.